in the heart of America, in a city famed for its gusty winds and towering skyscrapers, lies a shocking statistic that may leave you stunned. The Windy City, a beacon of architectural marvels and deep dish pizza, has a darker side that often goes unnoticed. The city of Chicago, with its rich history and vibrant culture, has an alarming rate of gang violence that is impossible to ignore. The severity of the issue is not just local, but a national concern. It's a chilling reality that lurks beneath the city's bustling surface, casting a shadow over its iconic skyline. The numbers are stark. The city has seen a staggering increase in gang-related violence over the past few years. In just the past year, there were 561 homicides. That's more than one death per day. Each one a story cut short, a life abruptly ended, and the majority of these, tragically, are linked to gang violence. This grim reality contradicts the city's vibrant energy and thriving tourism. It's a stark contrast to the jazz-filled nights and the laughter that rings out in the city's many comedy clubs. The issue of gang violence has become so severe that it influences major decisions like the recent cancellation of the annual Cinco de Mayo parade, a cultural tradition beloved by many in the city and beyond. This isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about people, families, communities living in fear. It's about a city grappling with a problem that seems to be spiraling out of control. It's about a national issue that requires urgent attention and action. This is the darker side of the Windy City, a side that we cannot afford to ignore, a side that needs to change. With a chilling 561 homicides in just the last year, Chicago's gang violence problem has reached a critical point. Cinco de Mayo, a day of celebration and unity marred by the shadows of violence. A day that's as vibrant as the ribbons on a piñata. Cinco de Mayo is a cherished tradition in the Windy City. It's a day when Chicago streets come alive with a rich tapestry of Mexican culture. The air filled with the scent of sizzling carnitas and the sound of mariachi music. Here in Chicago, the Cinco de Mayo parade has a history as colorful as the sombreros that bob along the parade route. It's a tradition that stretches back decades, a celebration that brings together families, friends, and strangers alike. It's more than just a parade. It's a testament to the strength and unity of Chicago's Mexican community. The parade isn't just about the floats that glide down the streets, each one a work of art, a labor of love. It's not just about the music that makes your feet tap and your heart beat faster. It's about the smiles on children's faces as they reach for candy thrown from the floats. It's about the young and the old standing shoulder to shoulder, united by a shared heritage and a shared joy. Cinco de Mayo in Chicago is a vibrant, noisy, joyful celebration. A day when the city's Mexican community takes center stage. It's a day when the rest of Chicago stands with them, celebrating the rich cultural diversity that makes this city so unique. But this year, the vibrant floats and lively music were replaced by silence and apprehension. The streets that should have been filled with laughter and joy were eerily quiet. The parade, a beacon of unity and celebration, was interrupted. This year's Cinco de Mayo was a day of silence in Chicago, a day when the shadows of violence loomed large. A decision that shook the city, the cancellation of the Cinco de Mayo parade. A decision that was not taken lightly, but was necessary to ensure the safety of all in attendance. City officials, faced with the growing concern of gang violence, found themselves in a difficult situation. The choice was clear yet heart-wrenching: to cancel a beloved tradition or risk the safety of thousands of residents and visitors. The Cinco de Mayo parade, a vibrant celebration of Mexican culture and heritage, suddenly became a battleground, not in the streets, but in the offices of city administrators, police departments, and community organizations. The decision to cancel was a hard pill to swallow. It was a moment of realization that the city's battle with gang violence had reached a point where it started affecting the city's cultural and social life. The reactions from the community were as diverse as the city itself. Some expressed disappointment. Their plans to celebrate Cinco de Mayo with the citywide parade dashed. Families who had made it a tradition to attend the parade were left with a void, a missing piece in their annual celebration. Yet others understood the decision. They saw it as a necessary move to ensure public safety. They acknowledged the city's struggles with gang violence and agreed that the safety of the people should always be the priority. But the decision also sparked a fire in many hearts. It ignited conversations about the city's ongoing issues with gang violence. It was a wake-up call for many, a realization that their city was in a state of crisis. They called for action, for solutions, for change. A joyous occasion turned into a stark reminder of the city's battle with gang violence. A parade that was meant to bring smiles, spread love, and celebrate unity became a symbol of a city's struggle. It was a decision that shook the city, but also a decision that sparked a resolve to fight back, to reclaim the city from the clutches of violence. The decision to cancel the parade did more than just silence the festivities. It sent a ripple effect through the community that was felt in more ways than one. Local businesses, many of which depend on the influx of visitors during the Cinco de Mayo parade, found themselves grappling with an unexpected economic blow. Street vendors, local restaurants, and shops that had stocked up on festive merchandise were left with unsold goods and a significant loss in revenue. The parade wasn't just a cultural celebration, it was a lifeline for many of these small businesses, but the impact went deeper than dollars and cents. The sudden cancellation of the parade left a void in the hearts of the community. Cinco de Mayo was more than just a parade. It was a symbol of unity, a testament to the resilience of the people, and a source of pride for the community. The disappointment was palpable, the sense of loss profound. Fear also crept into the community. The reason for the parade's cancellation, the looming threat of gang violence, cast a long shadow over the festivities. Residents were left questioning their safety, their sense of security shaken. The invisible walls separating neighborhoods grew taller, the sense of community further fragmented. Yet, amid the disappointment and fear, there was also a sense of defiance, a refusal to let the actions of a few define the spirit of many. The community chose to remember the parade for what it was, a celebration of culture, heritage, and unity, rather than what it had become, a casualty of fear. In this context, the cancellation of the parade symbolized more than just a loss of tradition. It was a blow to the community's sense of safety, a disappointment for the local economy, and a disruption of unity. The cancellation did not just symbolize a loss of tradition, but also a loss of hope. In the face of adversity, the city of Chicago responds. A city renowned for its spirit Chicago has never been one to shy away from a challenge, particularly one that affects the safety and well-being of its residents. In response to the escalating gang violence that led to the cancellation of the beloved Cinco de Mayo parade, the city and local law enforcement agencies have sprung into action. Chicago is not just responding with a show of force, but with a comprehensive strategy aimed to address the root causes of gang violence. The city has increased its police presence in areas most affected by gang activity, ensuring the safety of residents while working to dismantle these criminal organizations. But the city recognizes that this is only a part of the solution. Understanding that prevention is as crucial as intervention, Chicago has implemented community outreach programs. The aim is to provide a nurturing environment for the city's youth, offering them alternatives to gang affiliation. These programs offer mentorship, educational support, and recreational activities, serving as a beacon of hope in communities most affected by gang violence. The city has also taken initiatives to secure public spaces, transforming them into safe havens for community interaction. Parks, playgrounds, and community centers are being revamped, encouraging residents to reclaim these spaces, fostering a sense of unity and camaraderie. But the city isn't stopping there. It is also working to address systemic issues such as poverty and lack of education that often fuel gang recruitment. By investing in schools and creating job opportunities, Chicago is striving to break the cycle of violence and create a brighter future for its residents. The city's response is a testament to its commitment to its people. It is a multi-pronged approach, one that combines law enforcement, community engagement, and social reform. It is a long road ahead, but Chicago is determined to tread this path to ensure a safer, more inclusive city for all its residents. Chicago, a city known for its resilience, refuses to be defined by its challenges. As the dust settles, the city looks toward a future free from the grip of gang violence. The spirit of Chicago is unbroken, the resilience of its people unshaken. The abrupt cancellation of the Cinco de Mayo parade has struck a chord, but it's far from the end. It's a pause, a moment for reflection, and most importantly, a call to action. Looking ahead, the city is filled with a renewed sense of hope and determination. Plans for the next Cinco de Mayo parade are already underway, but this time, it's not just about the celebration, it's about reclaiming the city's traditions and ensuring the safety of its people. It's about taking back the streets, the parks, the neighborhoods, and making them safe for families to enjoy once again. The community is not standing idle either. From neighborhood watch groups to youth outreach programs, efforts are being made to combat gang violence and bring about change from the ground up. It's a fight that won't be won overnight, but every step forward is a step closer to a safer Chicago. Local leaders, too, are stepping up, pledging support and resources for these initiatives. It's a collaborative effort, one that requires the commitment of every citizen, every neighborhood, every institution. It's a fight for the soul of the city, a fight for its future. The road ahead is not without challenges. There will be setbacks, there will be obstacles, but the spirit of Chicago is strong. It's a city that's seen hardship and has always emerged stronger. It's a city that knows the value of its traditions, the strength of its communities, and the importance of standing together. Chicago remains hopeful, determined to reclaim its traditions and secure a safer future for all. It's a city that refuses to be defined by its challenges, but chooses to rise above them. It's a city that believes in the power of unity, the promise of change, and the hope of a brighter tomorrow. In the face of a daunting challenge, the city of Chicago stands strong. Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken together in this video. The Windy City, known for its vibrant culture and spirited celebrations, faced an unexpected twist when the much anticipated Cinco de Mayo parade was abruptly called off. This decision, although shocking, was driven by deep concerns for the safety of all in attendance due to rising gang violence. We delved into the alarming statistics that painted a grim picture of the city's ongoing battle with gang violence. It's a harsh reality, but one that Chicago is not backing down from. The decision to cancel the Cinco de Mayo parade was not taken lightly. It was a step taken to protect the community, a testament to the city's commitment to prioritizing the safety of its residents. We also explored the ripple effects of this decision on the community. The parade's cancellation goes beyond just a missed celebration. It's a blow to the city's cultural fabric, affecting local businesses, community morale, and the spirit of unity that such events foster. Yet, in the midst of these challenges, we saw the city's response, a blend of resilience, determination, and hope. The city authorities are not just reacting to the situation, but actively working towards a safer future. Their efforts serve as a beacon of hope, a promise that Chicago will not let the fear of violence overshadow its spirit. And finally, we look forward envisioning a Chicago where community events like the Cinco de Mayo parade can take place without fear, a city that continues to thrive in the face of adversity. This is not an easy path, but one that Chicago is courageously traversing. In the story of Chicago's fight against gang violence, the city's spirit and resilience shine through. This is not the end, but merely a new beginning.